Warning. Warning.
This show contains mature content. Listener discretion is advised.
Are you ready to get your mind blown?
One angry New York City Puerto Rican decided to start a radio show, determined to piss the world off by shoving a mirror in front of society's face. He kicked them in the balls.
What are you? Who are you?
This is the Crotch Shot Radio Show. Crotch Shot Radio Show.
This is not a test. This is a broadcast transmission.
We're going to stay on the air.
And now, Louie B.
Yo, welcome to the Crowd Shot Radio Show, where we kick the issues in the balls. We're on an active war against bullshit. We will do anything and everything to expose bullshit. The ends sometimes justify the means, so if you're angry and want the truth exposed, then strap in and prepare to be shocked. This is Smash Mouth Talk. If you can't accept that, then fuck off. I am your host, Louie B. I takes no bullshit from nobody. I actually expose the bullshit of society and chop it up into easy to digest chunks for you. Today will not be any different. Today I'm going to be talking about why is libertarian the best. I truly believe that. Why is it fantastic? Why is it better than the left? Like, the left and the right are both fools. They're just foolish. The path to true freedom and prosperity lies with libertarianism. I'm not claiming to be an expert and know every minute detail. This is gonna be Libertarian 101. And I am just reaching out to everyone that's on the left and everyone that's on the right. Let me lower this. I want everyone to like really look into it. Why Ron Paul's message was so was so well received. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that this that he was blocked. He was being blocked by the mainstream media, by both sides. The same people that went up against Trump went up against Ron Paul, and they even tried to call him a racist. They even tried to call him a homophobe. And I'm like, they couldn't call him a racist because he at the time when most people were looking down on interracial couples, he was one of the only doctors in the country that would deliver a mixed race couple's baby. And he says, like, look, being a racist does not mesh well with libertarian beliefs. It is really stupid and idiotic to be any type of supremacist. Any type of supremacist. But I'm gonna go through. There's this meme going around, and it says, basically what libertarians believe in. But first, let me go through what people on the left believe in. They believe in government-regulated economy, a government-regulated economy. First of all, any type of government control does not work. The economy is a living, breathing thing. The market adjusts itself. When you start fooling with it, or trying to artificially prop it up or keep it down, because a lot of times that happens too, it never works. It will never work. It will be fucked up. You will lose jobs. You will lose money. You will lose your house when the government sticks his nose into it. I mean, just really think about it. Whether you believe the rich, whether you believe the rich got what they got through fraud or theft, that's one thing. There are laws against that. There are laws that would punish, that there are on the books that punish fraud, that punish theft. The problem is there are criminals within our government that do not pursue and prosecute unless they don't pay their cut, which is probably what happened to Bernie Madoff. You're about to say Bernie Sanders, weren't you? Yes, I was. It just, you just can't have the government. Like, look, you're worried about fraud, prosecute the fraud. If you suspect fraud, report it. But unfortunately, if we were in a truly free economy, you know how many advancements we would have if our economy was free. I mean, I know this is in the realm of conspiracy theory. We probably would have been off fucking fossil fuels for at least 30 years if we were in a truly free market economy. What? I mean, really think about it on those terms. Fossil fuels, in order to get them out of the ground, transport them, takes tons of money. It's not even. It really should not be. I mean, economically speaking, it really shouldn't exist anymore. Especially when you keep hearing, you could break your neck. Excuse me. You could break your neck with how many times you turn it just to see, oh wow, there's this new technology to create free energy. Hell, not even new technology. Nikola Tesla solved our energy crisis 100 years ago, at least 100 years ago, using wireless energy out of thin air we could generate. Wouldn't even have to worry about freaking, oh well, this battery's too big. Just stick a fucking antenna on your car and just get the electricity out the air. You know why that shit got cut off? Because there's no way to monetize it. Now think about how cheaper products would be, food, your toys and whatever would be if they didn't need fossil fuels to power their vehicles to transport it to you, or heat their homes, or power their facilities that the factories that use to make it. Think about it. And then everyone's so worried about the carbon emissions. Well, there won't be any carbon emissions from cars if we were using Nikola Tesla's energy. If it wasn't stifled, it was mothballed. Not to mention the car that runs on water that people mysteriously died, or there was a gentleman that even created a car that could go hundreds and hundreds of miles per gallon. Jesus, I'm tired. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Oh man. Hundreds of miles on 1 gallon of gas mysteriously died. Yeah, conspiracy theory, but hey, you know what? Fishy, nonetheless. So, I mean, and let's not, when it comes to the biggest financial fraud, the Federal Reserve. I mean, you always hear about them. They set interest rates. That's artificially fucking with the economy. Yes, if the economy was allowed to go, hey, maybe the interest rates would be too high. Maybe it would force everyone to have to live by their own, by their own means, or in their means, within their means. There you go. That's the saying. Holy shit, I'm tired. Oh man, there was a snowstorm here, and I, fighting to shovel everything, and my arms are fucking, they're like dead, because the snow was wet, so it made it really heavy, and basically felt like I was lifting up like 50 pounds of bricks, doing it over and over and over, doing squats, because you gotta lift with your legs. You gots to. My name is Stu Gotts. What the hell? Where the hell did that come from? Sometimes I say shit, I don't even know where it comes from. I think my brain is like tapped into some silly idiot in another universe or another dimension shit, and it just, sometimes it takes over my mouth. No homo. So, yeah, the economy. Like, goodness, even, like, look recently, with Tesla. It was, hold on, let me find that article, because this is a good... What happened in New Jersey when it came to Tesla. Oh, never mind. Here it is. Let me just read this article, but yeah, I'm going to read the other article, but why did New Jersey ban the sale of Tesla electric cars? New Jersey is set to ban the sale of Tesla automobiles in its state of starting April 1st. Surprisingly, New Jersey is not the first. Colorado, Texas, Arizona, and Virginia have all prohibited Tesla from selling cars in their states. The Tesla is universally acknowledged by car experts to be one of the best cars ever made. It was awarded the Car of the Year by Motor Trend magazine. So why are states blocking consumers from buying them? Simple. Tesla is a threat to the current car dealership model. Another outdated business model that adds thousands of dollars to the cost of cars. Unnecessary cost to cars. Screwing over the consumers. Why? The effort to prevent direct sales comes from existing car dealers who like the arrangement they have. They claim to be trying to prevent unfair competition, but the competition they prevent looks fair only to those who profit from a protected market. Artificial fucking with the market. Now, if you're able to deal directly, instead of having to, because when you go to a dealership, the dealer has to get a cut, the salesman has to get a cut, the dealership has to get a cut. That gets added onto the cost of the fucking car. Now, if you have something that it's a different model and it's a better way to buy cars and it comes out cheaper, or a cheaper way to buy cars where you're basically cutting out the middleman, oh my goodness, we got a competition. And what do we have to do in order to keep our customers on the old system? We probably have to lower our costs. Lower our costs. And they don't want to do that. The free ride is over. Like, this is a prime example of government getting in the way of progress, getting in the way of building a better mousetrap. The government doesn't want you to build a better mousetrap, a more efficient mousetrap. No, it doesn't. Why the fuck is the airline still a thing? Why hasn't nothing replaced that? Why hasn't nothing replaced the use of fossil fuels? Why is it that the use of electric cars is not more more available? I mean, in New York City, I can only know of 2 electric car charging stations. I mean, the infrastructure, especially for people who live in apartments who have electric cars, it's almost impossible. There's a guy on my block that has a Tesla. It's a very sexy car, but you know, he plugs in his vehicle. He has like an extension cord that goes to the sidewalk where you know anyone could unplug his shit. I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that's happened where, you know, someone just wants to be a dick and unplug his shit. Some hating ass motherfucker. Like, I'm too much of a punk to, you know, be able to have an electric car in New York City, because I know how fucking hateful and spiteful people are. Because if you show you got a little bit of money, people would like to fuck your shit up because they're jealous as shit. If they see you with something, they want it, or they can't get it, they'll fuck it up. That's one of the curses of living in a fucking liberal ass leftist city. So, let me move on to my next point. When it comes to people on the left, they believe in United Nations-led U.S. military action. First of all, the UN is right. There can't be any more us. You are right now. The UN is a dud. Another mushroom cloud. Another smoking gun. The threat is real. The locusts have. Damn, how's that go? Freaking United Abominations by Megadeth. Megadeth lyrics. Alright, the UN is right. You can't be any more than you are right now. The UN is undone. Another mushroom cloud, another smoking gun. The threat is real. The locust king has come. Don't tell me the truth. I don't like what they've done. It's payback time at the United Abominations. Like, the UN. First of all, who the fuck elects any of these motherfuckers to tell us what to do? the UN is just the worst. I mean, to me, I believe that the United Nations is what in Revelations, in the book of Revelations, they are the dragon. The seven-headed dragon. I don't respect them. Their blue helmets have been caught in child trafficking, freaking rapes. Like, come on. And okay, moving on. Of course, banning guns. Yet, the very people that scream the most about banning guns surround themselves with people who have guns to protect them. That's nice. I gotta walk around unarmed in New York City and hope I could get help from a police officer with a gun, who's allowed to have a gun. And then when my government becomes rogue, you can't fight back. Like, look, I believe you should be able to use whatever you want, short of a fucking nuke, to defend yourself. Depending on how big the threat is, it could be from knife to whatever fucking firearm you want, how many fucking firearms you want. If you are a legal, law-abiding citizen that has not hurt anybody, that will not hurt anyone, well, innocent people, and only use it to protect yourself and others, then have at it. The only problem with guns is that they're in the hands of the wrong people, and they don't get them legally. They get them illegally. The genie is already out of the bottle. So, now let's move on to people on the right believe in government regulated morality. Who the fuck cares if you like to wear a dress? Who the fuck cares if you paid a doctor to cut your dick off and you change your name to Sally? Who the fuck cares who you like to have sex with? Who the fuck cares who you like to pray to? I don't give a fuck. As long as the person you want to have sex with, A, is of legal age and consents. Well, actually, no. Legal consenting age. Let me just clarify that. But what does the left do? They want to... And I'm launching at the left. They want to regulate... they want to normalize pedophilia. And I'm sorry. I will gladly go to jail for beating the hell out of a child rapist. It is not something that should be accepted by society. I don't care if you are a virtuous pedophile. I don't care if I've never offended. You either kill yourself or keep your sick ass locked in your house and do not see the light of day. You have a brain sickness and you should be quarantined. It's that simple. If you have thoughts or have an attraction to hurting children or hurting anyone else, keep your sick ass at home. As a libertarian, you do anything that hurts anyone is unacceptable. What hurts innocent people. If someone's attacking you, you hurt them, it's self-defense. They made the decision for you to basically use you. But other than that, hell, even at this point, if you want to have multiple wives, who the fuck cares? If you got the money to like do that, have at it, hoss. I don't give a damn. The government should not be in marriage, in sex, as long as it's not hurting someone else. You're not raping someone else. Otherwise, between consenting adults, have at it. As long as my tax dollars don't pay for it, as long as you don't hurt anyone while doing it, I like mazel tov to you. Alright? Like, that's the fucking problem. That's one of the fucking problems of this country. No one fucking minds their fucking business. No one fucking... Everyone feels like, oh, we should tell other people how to live. You can't talk like that. You can't be like that. Except, well, again, except if you're a pedophile, no. Because you will hurt. You're basically a pedophile, is sexually attracted to children, hurts children. Sexually attracted to hurting children. Sorry. Homie, don't play that shit. Anyways, the right people believe in nation building. First of all, why? Like, honestly, one of the things I agree with Trump, America first. It goes under the Mind Your Fucking Business Act of 2017. Like, I don't give a fuck. It is not my responsibility to help. Like, I don't feel like my tax dollars should pay to help fix up somebody else's nation up. Especially when you got places like Detroit. Detroit what? Detroit what? Fucking falling apart. Their police department can't fucking investigate murders because they don't got the money. They gotta take buses to crime scenes. Somebody explain that shit. How's about we build this nation? And you know what? If you want to be charitable, here's an idea. How's about we do it privately? Have like a little telethon. Text in $10. And make sure and use that money that way. As long as the Clintons are not involved, because look what the fuck they did to Haiti. Schmucks. The war on drugs. Again, who the fuck cares? As long as you don't steal from people. As long as you don't kill someone else. If you want to die by smoking heroin, meth, and all that happy horse shit, have at it. If you get fired from your job because you keep coming to work intoxicated or high and shit, oh well. If you fucking die in the streets because you overdosed, oh well. That's your decision. But freaking paying my tax dollars going to incarcerate you, have an expensive ass trial, if you didn't hurt anybody but yourself, is sickening. What should happen is, hey, you should increase the penalties. If you've murdered someone, if you've stolen from someone in order to get your drugs, goodbye. But if you're just using, like, you know what sickens me is the fucking people that are in jail for fucking pot. Like, no one's died from pot. I've never heard of anyone getting into a fucking shootout over fucking pot. Like, we need to cut this bullshit out and save millions, well, if not billions of dollars. Like, Republicans, man, I mean, yo, who gives a fuck what someone wants to do with their own lives? We don't got the money for it. We don't got the money to police it. Morally, it's not right. Like, you know what? Even in the Bible, as much as, like, if you're a Bible thumper, it's everyone's personal responsibility for salvation. However they get there, it's their own responsibility. As long as you don't make anyone else stumble, as long as you don't hurt nobody, as long as you don't steal from anybody, mind your business. Mind your damn business. Alright, next point. The Patriot Act. I mean, like, really, like, that's another thing that hopefully Trump fucking abolishes. The Patriot Act, all this fucking spying, anything, you know, you commit under the Patriot Act, anything that you do could be considered an act of terrorism, from you know, knocking over an old lady to freaking what you call it, stealing a bottle of milk. Terrorism on television. So, anyways, yeah. Basically, the special treatment of select corporations, yes. End corporate welfare. A lot of these companies are not paying their taxes. Everyone wants to complain about Trump. He doesn't pay taxes. But you know what? Let me not get into that. Let me just stay on point. So, like, when you have these companies, like, look, yes, reduce regulations, unfair regulations, so that way those companies are able to afford to hire more people and do work. As long as they don't pollute, as long as they be mindful of their pollution, clean up whatever they gotta fucking clean up, because then you're fucking with somebody else's property. But constitutionally speaking, pay your damn taxes. Okay, back to, like, the people on the left. Special treatment for select minorities. Like, first of all, we're all people. Whether you're were born a woman and now you want to be a dude, or you're a dude you were born a dude and now you want to be a woman, or everywhere in between, you all have basic inalienable rights. Already. What you want is now extra shit. Like, I'm sorry. You do not have the right to not to be shit talked to. You do have the right not to be harmed, not to have violence. But hey, I'm speaking as a fat American who gets cursed out for being fat. Like, I get nagged about my weight. So, do you see me trying to start a movement? Whitney Wade Thor, I'm talking to you. Quit being a lazy bitch. So anyways, libertarians, we believe in being socially tolerant and fiscally responsible, which means having personal freedom, economic freedom, non-interventionist foreign policy, a robust national defense, respect for others' property rights, individual right to keep and bear arms, giving generously to help those in need, an investment based on individual ability, ending corporate welfare, separation of church and state, civil liberties and privacy, tolerance of others' personal choices. It's that simple. Which is why I haven't been going to the protest at Trump Tower. Because honestly, we're just going to be yelling at retards. It's just retards yelling at retards. Getting dick done. Not getting damn thing done. But basically pissing each other off. That's it. Oh, I support Trump. Alright, nice. That doesn't even help Trump. You want to help your boy? Campaign. Start campaigning. Write letters. Write letters to your congressmen, your senators. Write letters to your mayors, your city council people. Tell them we're watching. Tell them you are watching. Tell them I didn't like what you did this. And then when it's time to vote them out, vote them the fuck out. That's how you help Trump. You help Trump by rolling up your sleeves, going to work. Pay down your personal debt. That'll help America become great again. It's time to do work. Not yelling at people, freaking having them go fucking... start screeching and flipping off people, and then you just circle and say, USA, USA. Like, what does that do? Don't get me wrong, those motherfuckers annoy the shit out of me too, but so do you. So do you. You're being just as lazy as them. Join the libertarians. Become a libertarian. Study libertarianism. You'll see it's the best way to go. You'll have peace in your life. You know, do you really care if someone's gay? Do you really care if someone's transgender? Do you really care? Like, really think about it. Is it affecting you that badly? Like, why do you hate your own freedom? It's like both sides are fighting their own freedom. They're fighting and they're falling for the trap that, oh well, you're just gonna take everyone's fucking civil liberties so that way no one's feelings get hurt. Wah, 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 wah. Honestly, when did Americans become so goddamned sensitive about every little damned thing? When in the shit did that happen? You can't say anything to anybody, they get offended. Like, I was in a Trump a pro-Trump group. Basically, I saw two people in the group chat flirting, and I decided to make fun of them a little bit. And well, oh my goodness, I'm offended. Why is he here? Yeah, wah. It's like, okay. Like, Jesus, it's just a joke. And it wasn't even that bad what I said. It's like, oh my goodness, I was disrespected, bitch. Like, who in this shit do you think you are? I'm so offended. I feel danger. I feel in danger. Like, shut your fucking mouth. Fucking acting like one of those leftist fucking social justice warrior. Like, freaking, like, honestly, grow a thicker skin. I was forced to have to grow a thicker skin. Hey, growing up, hey, teachers were like, oh, if you don't like to be called fat, don't be fat. Showing up. But libertarianism is freedom. Libertarianism, it's like, who gives a shit? Like, you know, you can walk away with your head high and it's like, oh, well, you know, I don't care. So what? Like, hell, if I don't want to, like, honestly, I don't want to see two men making out. I think that shit is disgusting. Do I want to fucking kick their asses? Nah. You know what I'll do? Walk away. Do. Like, who gives a damn? I don't care. Like, ew. As long as they're not hurting anybody, don't give a shit. Don't. Hey, you want to abort your baby? I don't give a shit. I'm just not going to pay for it. And guess what? Honestly, I don't like the thought of an abortion. And guess what? I'm going to wear a condom so that way I don't have to make that decision ever. See? Personal responsibility. Personal responsibility prevents a lot of bad shit from happening. Think about it. Hey, ladies, gentlemen, there's these things called condoms. There are these things called birth control. A lot of you are not ready to have children. Look at the economy. If you're not at least making 200 grand, don't have kids. Do not make them a burden to society. Having children should not be equated to, I won the lotto, and now you make them a problem for everyone else. Libertarianism! I'm proud to be a libertarian, where at least I know I'm free. I will only fight when I'm attacked and not go into foreign nations. Ron Paul should have fucking won, and y'all know it. He's crazy. He's crazy. Imagine how much better off we would be now. How much freedom we would have now. Now, I gotta fucking hold Trump's feet to the fire, email that motherfucker, and hopefully you get smart and start doing it too. Hold his feet to the fire. Tell him, hey, end the Fed. Hey, freaking get rid of the CIA. Hey, freaking let's cut this shit out with this fucking spying with the NSA. Let's cut this shit out. Libertarianism. It saves lives. Oh, and 9/11 was an inside job. Reinvestigate 9/11. Let's really, if we're gonna drain the swamp, let's really drain this fucking swamp. Let's get all the fucking criminals that have hurt people out of government. Build the wall for our own self-defense. A robust national defense. I'd like to thank everyone for listening today. please subscribe to me on iTunes, iHeart, TuneIn, Stitcher, and also Spreaker. You can also follow me at LouisB1 or Facebook.com/LouisB Comedy. I'm also on Gab at LouisB1. You can also follow me on Instagram at LouisB1. And as always, from my house to your house, mahalo.
That's the end of my show. Donk.